Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, agents. I'm Mountie, and today I'm going to be doing something I've never done before, and that is give you some insight in one video as to why I do the content I do and why it's important to not only to me but to the community at large. And I was going to do a video yesterday. I was going to do an April Fool's video, but I couldn't really, I didn't really think about it. But hey, my channel is no joke. I don't need to do a fool you video about quitting the division or something. It doesn't matter to me. I was actually going to do one. I had one planned, but you know what? It was such a beautiful day outside yesterday that I had to go outside and spend it, just doing stuff outside as opposed to being inside and doing another video. So anyways, let's go ahead and move right into it. I have been playing the division since day -30 or whatever it was when I first started playing the alpha. And even then, I thought that this game was amazing. The division, regardless of content, gameplay, bugs, glitches, and the development status, is one of the most atmospheric games out in the market today. Why is it though? Why has this game captivated such a widespread community and my interest more importantly? Well, it's simply because of the endless possibilities it presents in how you play. It's a cerebral game. It causes you to think, it causes you to do math, and sure, the game is linear, but it doesn't force you into a role you don't want to play. That's the community's doing. The community makes you feel like you need to run a certain build. If you feel you need to run a certain build, like the Seeker build, that's because the community is telling you that you have to do that. You honestly don't, and you can take this with the knowledge and use it for whatever you want and for whatever playstyle you want. The biggest reason people follow the builds is because they want to somehow be the best at this game, and there is zero reason for being the best at this game. There's no fame in it, there's no money in it, there's no E-League, there's nothing. Well, being the best at the division doesn't mean a whole lot. This will never go into E-League competitions. There's no fame or glory in it. The best thing I can tell you is that you should never stop optimizing your build and play the way you want to play. There are always new ways to min-max your gear and optimize it to work on the talents given. The meta is only going to teach you how to play one way until it's nerfed, and then you'll be forced to learn a new build again once it's been patched. Learn the build you want to play and get good at it. Stop trying to be something, it's not, you get 20 kills in a round or you get 1 kill in a round. You're still, you're still doing what is your role and what you feel that you need to do. So, all right, enough of the meta lecture. So many of you have been with me probably since, I came here because of two reasons: the original mobile cover glitch on Police Academy, or my rants about one thing or another, like when scavenging was a thing. Now, I have been called everything in the book, but mostly it's because of my perceived negativity brought about by my videos, or what some people may call the truth. See, people who tend to tell the truth about games and call out the developers for making shitty choices don't have illustrious careers on YouTube. Why? Because the people that agree tend to lose interest in the game, and people that are still around fail to see the issues with the game itself because of one reason or another. So why do I do it? I obviously would love to have 1 million, subs and be famous, but I value something more. I value being able to speak my mind, and, you won't really see that on anyone who is beholden to the game they are playing. It's easy to find great things about the division and do weekly vendor resets, state of the game recaps, and just talk about that stuff than it is to just, and go over what was talked about or speak positively about it. I can always speak, I always have something positive to say about the division. Those people who do that get invited to the developer, ETS, they get free stuff, they get gifts from them, they are on the company payroll no matter how much they deny not being on it. It doesn't matter. These people, I can even, I'd be happy to tell you, it's the people that make the division videos that everybody loves and everybody likes, but they don't really tell you anything about the game. They don't really, go to bat for the community. And there have been recently, some people have, but for the most part, this is called advertising. And my videos aren't about making the developers money or about getting you to play their game. Those videos are. People that do those videos are trying to get you to play the game, enjoy the game, and do all that. In fact, what I do, it's about speaking my mind about the things I enjoy in the game and the things I see wrong with the game in order to make it better. Looking at all the cool stuff and saying that's cool isn't helping the game. Change isn't brought about by complacency or just being okay with the status quo. In fact, I would liken myself myself to somewhat of a change agent for the greater good of the game, regardless of what people think. The people who use the status quo and don't want it to change are the people who benefit from it. Right now, you think many people using Seeker Mines shotguns or the new 2-shot Deadeye meta builds that are currently, being put out there, want to see any change come from those? Of course not, because they just figured those out. They just went to YouTube, they figured out how to make the build, and now they're running with them. But I guarantee someone who wants to play a support class or a close quarters DPS wouldn't mind seeing any of those things change. It's part of the reason why I made those 2 videos about the Seeker Mine nerfs. If you didn't see them, the Seeker Mine being nerfed, I made 2 videos. Most people didn't see them. Most people fail to listen to anything I say. They automatically come in with a preconceived notion that I'm one way or the other. I made 2 videos, one for each side, and people failed to see that somehow. But, each of these things is subjective, and, they'll change to accommodate whatever the current meta is that benefits the player, and the criticism and outspoken cry by those who don't benefit from it. That's just the way it is. So, I can guarantee that someone who wants to play those classes aren't going to, they're going to be more outspoken, and they are obviously going to be in the minority, because the majority of the people are either the people getting killed by it or the people running from it. But the fact that you can come to my channel and hear an unedited version of how things are, with the knowledge, at least for my main games that I play or the community games, the looter shooters, that if I say something is wrong or I'm speaking out against it, it's because I feel or I've seen or there is a majority of people saying that something is wrong. Despite the pretty picture that the rest of the YouTubers are making out of it, they want that YouTube money, the free sponsorships, the free games, the content. You guys are just eating into their bullshit that they're putting out there for you. And yes, the content is great. A lot of those players, a lot of the people in the community are actually working for the greater good of the community. They're putting out build videos, they're putting out stuff. There's a lot of stuff, but not doing any of that, just saying that the game is great and we should move on, that's not helping the game grow. Sure, I could do that too, but it is, it's who I am speaking out. Who's going to speak out for those who don't have a voice in the community, those who disagree. There are a ton of YouTubers that have like 100,000 to 200,000 that aren't speaking for the little gamers. They're not speaking for the people who are out there playing the game every day. They're just making videos that are like, yay, this is great. Yay, the division's living. Yay, this is this. They're not speaking out constructively. They're not speaking out critically, because it's not going to help their channel. It's not going to help them with the developer, and if they speak out against it, they risk losing all of that cool stuff that the developer is giving for them. And even just saying what I'm saying right now, there are a ton of people who stream on Twitch, there are a ton of people who do podcasts, there are a ton of people that do that, and all they're doing is just padding their bank accounts at the expense of being positive about the game and not actually constructively criticizing it for what it is. Personally, if you see me talking about a game, it's because I care about the game, regardless of what the content of the video is. If I have, a hateful rant about the division, why would I even make a video about a game I don't give a shit about? Why would I do that? I care about these games. People say if you don't like it, leave. It's not that I don't like the game, it's that I don't like certain aspects of it and I want those to change. That's how you know I am committed to the game. That's how you know I am passionate about the game. And, to even make a video about the game is just, that it costs me time, that's really what it is. I mean, these aren't taking, it's not a 5-minute job. I'm not sitting here playing the game and talking to you about it. I sit down, I look at the content, I go through, I do the research. I'm not here just, giving you 10 minutes of my time or however long this video is going to be, which it might be 20 minutes. I don't know yet, but it's not like I'm not trying to put in the time to put something together to make you care. That is not, I'm not here to make money. Yeah, it helps, and maybe one day I'll be big enough of a channel to actually make a big enough impact, but that's where you guys come in. That's where you guys who are watching this, you guys who are listening to this, I need your help to get the word out. Let people know that if you want the truth in gaming, that you can come here and get it. I respect everyone here, whether you call me an ass clown or you tell me that I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. If you come here for my humorous talks that occasionally come up in my videos unintendedly, you get the respect that you deserve one way or the other. I listen to each side because I understand that my opinion is not the only one. Believe me, I go to Reddit, I look at the threads, I look at what people are talking about. If you see a video here, it's not because I just happened to one day come up with an idea and just go off on it. There are reasons why I'm making these videos, and it has to do a lot with community-centered discussions. So you want to know if the division is dying. Let's talk about this, because this is something that there has been videos been made upon. I've made several videos, and there is one person, he just came out with a video, like butter, doesn't think it is. You can listen to him, but he most likely will do anything and say anything to keep his division watchers here and hooked on his videos. You want to know what the truth is? Well, I will tell you, like butter isn't wrong. The division, no, the division isn't dying, regardless of what you guys perceive. The division is not dying. It's not even close. And that I have to agree with like butter. It's not dying. At best, the people who are playing are the people who will be playing it for another year or until something better comes out. Many players play Ghost Recon. That's done. They're back. They're playing the division again. Mass Effect, they're done. They're back. They're playing it again. Sure, some people did leave, but they didn't give up entirely on the division. At best, the division is going to continue and be flat of players. If you see 5,000 players playing on the PC, those 5,000 players most likely will be playing into September, or at least until Destiny 2 comes out, when they will leave and go back out to that. But a lot of the people that are playing right now, they'll be there. They're going to be here, myself included, Infamous. A lot of the people that I see playing the division are still playing it. Why? Why are they still playing it? Because we enjoy playing it, regardless of what people think. There are a lot of good reasons to do it, and mostly because for me, I'm a very cerebral person. I like the challenge that it faces. I like trying to go through my builds and trying to make builds and new builds and stuff like that. That's why a lot of times you won't see me running the meta. You know, I made a seeker mine back before seeker mines were cool, because, you know, and using the multi-seeker mines and stuff like that. On the PTS, I was doing, you know, a lot more builds because I had a lot more to work with. I was able to get unlimited amounts of caches and stuff like that, and that is, you know, that's one of the things, is that you can do that stuff, but now I actually have to work for it. I have to put in time. You know, it has reached what will probably continue to be the number of players for the next year for playing the division, and that's that. You know, who knows what's going to happen at the end of year 2. At the end of year 2, we'll take another look and we'll see what is happening, but in order for the division to die, you need to take and be losing more money than you're making, and right now I guarantee the division is still running off their profits. Even in the next year, or at least until September when Destiny 2 comes out, like I said, people will go and play Destiny 2 if they decide to do it, and I guarantee a lot of people who are playing the division left Destiny to come play the division. They're going to leave the division to go play Destiny 2. That's just the way it is, but who knows, they might be back. You will also have kids who spent money on this game and they don't have any other money. They don't have money to continually buy games. Games are not cheap. They are 60 bucks a pop. They are 70 bucks a pop. With a DLC, they're 100, 150 bucks a pop. The investment in a game is going to be beyond you quitting and, you know, not wanting to play anymore. And if you put 150 bucks into a game, you're going to want to get your money out of it. And I guarantee a lot of people have gotten at least their initial money out of it, maybe not the season pass money, but they've gotten enough of their money out of it that they're going to keep playing. Until there aren't enough players to make sense about keeping at least one server online, the community will still be here, the game will still be here, and the division won't be dead. They will still keep adding stuff up until the very end. Now, I do have to say this, in September of 2016, yes, the division was dying, 100%. The division was on the table and ready to be pronounced dead, but somehow I wouldn't even, you know, have gone to say that they would have been able to fix this. The numbers have fallen so drastically, we wouldn't even be talking right now to this day if they hadn't done something to change it. The game probably had less than 50,000 players across all the platforms in September and October per day. That's why they made the change. They made the change because the game died. The game was DOA, it was on the table, but somehow Massive saw this and shocked it back to life. Now I would say that there is probably across all platforms a good number of players each day, maybe between 70 and 100,000 players per day. On a good day, there's probably over 100,000 players per per, you know, for all the platforms. So as long as people continue to play, I will continue to monitor the numbers, but as long as people to play, continue playing, the game will live. The game will live and will continue on. And that's one thing, you know, that I don't understand why, you know, there are YouTubers who have abandoned the game altogether. People like, you know, I can't even think of Marco Styles. I don't know why he would quit this game. There is enough time to play this game and put videos out for it. I mean, he basically made his channel off of, well, I don't know if he made his channel off of it, but he did a lot. You know, he did a lot of, you know, making videos and stuff like that. I don't know why he quit. I don't know why SkillUp would, you know, at least SkillUp's still sticking around. He's gonna, you know, I guarantee SkillUp likes this game so much that he will at least play every once in a while. He's not going to quit despite, you know, he might not make as many videos as he did, but he'll still, you know, go ahead and give you some insight around here. And there are a lot of players who have just dropped off, a lot of YouTubers who have just dropped off doing the Division content, which has opened it up for a whole new crop of YouTubers. I've seen a ton of new YouTubers coming up alongside the Division and being able to just go ahead, and I'm looking at, you know, new people who want to help my channel. I know you haven't seen a video from Infamous, and that is mostly because one of the tools that I had for getting videos broke, and so I haven't been able to get any of his videos and do that stuff. But he has also been working. I've been working a ton as well, and I have a day job. You know, I can't tell you what I do or really a lot of that stuff because of the privacy that involves me being able to do my job. But just know that I am here. I continue to make videos and I continue to support the community because this game is something that I enjoy. I enjoy a lot of what, you know, goes into this game. And despite the fact, like I said, if I didn't like this game, I wouldn't give a shit about making videos about it. That's really the takeaway you need to take away from this. A lot of people are like, if you don't like it, quit. If you don't like, you know, if you don't like this, if you don't like that, just quit. No, I don't. I like the game. I want it to be better. I want it to continue to get better. I want the bugs to be fixed. I want the glitches to get fixed. Where, you know, who knows when the next glitch is going to come out that's going to break the game? Who knows? And that is the thing. We got to keep each other's backs. We got to keep watch over each other. We got to keep the community positive, and we got to keep moving forward into the next thing, whatever the next iteration is. I'm sure that, you know, over the next couple of weeks, we're going to hear more about what's going to be offered in this first area, and we'll see what happens. So, all right. So hopefully I gave you some insight into what I think and why I report on the games the way I do. And it's simply summed up as you deserve to know the truth about the game, regardless of whether it's positive or negative and what's going on. You don't need 100 people and 100 videos telling you how things are okay and the game is the best. Anybody can do that. Those are the people. Go ahead, sub to them all you want because they're just going to feed you with the positives and go from there. If you want people who are actually feeding you content, go look at people like Upper Echelon who are doing builds that are doing awesome builds. I mean, they probably have the most build diverse videos out on the market. Go look at, you know, just go look at their videos. They have a ton of stuff. I don't often promote a lot of other YouTubers, and they have never reached out to me and said, hey, thanks, or not thanks. They've actually thanked me for promoting their videos. They've never once asked for a shout out or anything. They don't need it. They don't need it from me. They have a huge community of gamers behind them. But they make, I guarantee, they make hands down some of the best, most widespread, most mentally capable build videos out there in the community. And I applaud them for it because they will continue to do it. They do a great job, and they are probably my #1 build video channel to go to. I mean, I get a lot of my ideas from them, and I build upon a lot of what they do because there's always ways to iterate upon that. And that's where a lot of the build videos you see come from. And I don't know where they get their build videos from, but I guarantee they have a huge community of people that are making these builds and testing them out and seeing them. So anyways, that's really all I'm going to say about that. You don't need all of those people feeding you with the positive. So hit that like button, or if you are one of the many people who come here just to hit the dislike button, well, we are happy to have you either way. And if you hit that dislike button and you made it this far into the video, just say hi down in the comments. That way I know that you're at least watching this, and do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you would rather me continue giving you the truth and what I think about what's going on in this game and a lot of the other games, or if you want me to start just shoving rainbows and unicorns up your ass, and we'll just call it a day at that point, and you know, I'll get subs and I'll get popular, and then I can go ahead and just do whatever I need to do at that point. So thank you so much for watching. Do what I said, you know, or don't do what I said. You know, either way, I am happy to promote and, you know, be a voice for the people that need the voice out there and communicate what I need to communicate. So for all of us here at the Division Let's Talk and the Division, for Infamous and myself, I am Mountie Carl, and we'll see you in the next episode. Mountie out.